So, hi guys. If you're an absolute beginner in Tableau and you're trying to get into the field of data analytics, so today I'll just show you how you can build a Tableau dashboard, right? So let me just show you the one I have built. Abhi, you can see here sales by category, right? This is a Amazon data set that we have taken. I will share the data set in the description. And we have our top 10 products, which are also called as hero products, and we have a sales by profit time. So you can see a weekly, like this is on 19th March, this spike is on 11th March, and this is on 24th March 2014. So this is across a wide field of time, right? And let's just say we choose Canon PC, then it shows the number of products, total sales, it shows sales profit by time graph and the sales by time graph, right? If you deselect it, it gives you an overview of the dashboard, of the entire sales dashboard that we have created. And this is what I'll be showing you today. So a lot of you might have this question that why do we need to learn data analytics, right? And I know a lot of you all might have found this dashboard really insightful, but this is not the end of it, right? Things go a lot more in depth, right? So I'll just show you an example of what else can be done with our and how far we can take the whole uh, what's it called, the interactiveness and the insights as a data analyst, right? um, so here you can see is an example of a dashboard, right? So you have revenue, you have this gives you an overview of the dashboard, right? So you have sales stage, you have forecast by territory, you have locations, you also have product category, you have revenue, you have forecast, right? We can also, what we can do is we can go, right? If you click on trends, you can also see pipelines, and you can see that life insurance has done a lot better than other product categories, right? And you can also see product category and territory. And if you can go on insights, you can also predict. So this is the actual data set, right? And this is the predicted forecast. And there is a lot more that can be done with all of this. But before we dive into building the basics today, we should also understand why data analytics, right? So to that, and I will just give you a brief idea about what is data analytics, why do we need to do data analytics and stuff like that. Right. So you could be anyone. You could be a first year, second year student from any background. You do not have to particularly be from a CS background, right? So before we dive into everything else, let's just understand why data analytics and why is it so important. If you can see on my screen, you have a large number of job openings for data analyst, for business analyst, right? Data analyst and business analyst are interchangeable. Only the thing different is in business analyst, you give business insights as to how can you improve your product, what else can be done, right? Data scientist is a lot. It's a lot similar, but I would say it's more for experienced professionals, right? So if you have 2 3 years of experience, you can then move to being a data scientist. You also have openings for dashboard and visualization specialists, business intelligence, analytics consultants, Tableau developers. If you are from, let's say, a non-engineering background and you learn this skill, right? You person and you could dive into financial data analyst. You could be from sales, you could be from HR, and if you pick up the skills, you can also apply your niche to these tools which are really essential. You have Tableau and Power BI. You have Excel. Um, Excel is also very important, right? But the problem with Excel is it takes less than a million rows and columns for processing, right? You can't generate more than that. But if you see with the technologies today, with the business and the reach today, because of whole social media and everything becoming online, there's a large number of data sets that are actually generated per day. So a 1 million row or column table would be filled, maybe within a day. So that's why these tools came into play. Power BI is by Microsoft, so it makes it a lot more easier to integrate it with Teams and all of the Microsoft applications. SQL, those who are from computer engineering background will know of this, is structured query language. This is very important, especially for your backend. So AI tools is also very essential because this is the world of AI and things are developing at a very fast pace. AI will not replace you, but if you are someone who does not make use of AI to make your job more efficient and a lot more smooth, you may be replaceable, right? So it's essential to welcome AI with open arms and make use of it in our daily lives, right? So I have told you uh, what are the things as a data analyst you can do, and let's just dive into the whole project. This is just like a piece of cake for you, right? So you just taste it, and you can build this project hands-on with Flow. You can build this project hands-on with me, right? I'll show you step by step how that can be done. And once you do this, you will know if this is suitable for you, if you are actually interested into this, and then you can dive a lot deeper into this, right? So let's just go ahead with it. Okay, so before we start, I just have some water. Sorry. Yeah. So I've already showed you the dashboard, right? This is the dashboard we will be building today on Tableau, right? So if you're someone who does not, who has not installed Tableau yet, I would recommend you download Tableau. Okay, if you're on Mac, this is the link. If you're on Windows, this is the link. I'll provide all the link below in description, so you can check it out, right? The next thing we need is our data set. Okay, so this is a link for our data set. I'll provide in the description, and you can just download the data set, right? I already have the data set downloaded, right? So when you will open your data set, you will see something like this, right? So, sorry. You have your order ID, you have order date, right? So let me just, right? Yep. You have geography, right? For each person, each individual. Then you have category, you have product name. Let's just highlight this further. And then you have the numbers. So you have sales, you have quantity, you have profit, right? Let's just, sorry. Let me just select this. And let's add some color, right? So this is the data set that we have, right? So I'll just give you a basic idea of data manipulation and how we're going to be working with the data, right? So if you see on my screen, we have this. Okay, so we have order ID, we have order date, and we have ship date, right? Now we have to determine if our product was actually delivered on time or it was delayed, right? So how do we determine that? So if the difference between the ship date and order date is 4 days or less than 4 days, it's preferred, it's considered on time. If it is more than 4 days, then it's considered to be delayed, right? But you see, we do not have that column, so we'll have to, you click the D, okay, and you press insert, you get a new column. Okay, let's just name it status, right? Now, this is where we'll be using ChatGPT. Okay, so you just, sorry, yeah. So we go to ChatGPT and you can enter this prompt, right? Create an Excel formula to give delay if value between cell C2 and B2 is greater than 4, or else give on time, right? And you will get the formula for it, right? You just copy the formula and we back to our Excel sheet, right? Here's the formula section. Just paste the formula, right? And you'll see it's on time. Now we want this to be done for all of the rows below. So you hover your cursor towards the edge, right? And you just double click it, right? And you will get the status for every order. So you see there's on time, there's delay, on time, delay, right? If you can see the data set, we have email ID of people, right? So let's just insert another column, yeah, and let's just type name. So now what we want to do, we have email ID of the person. We just want to extract name, right? So let's just go on ChatGPT and I'll paste this prompt, right? Write an Excel formula to extract name from email ID in F2 at the rate as separator, right? So you just copy the code, right? And let's just go on Excel, okay? And click the the second row, and you paste the formula, right? And if you see, it has extracted the name. Now you just double click it, and it has extracted the name for all of them, right? Now similarly, what we want to do is we'll move to geography and we'll extract, we'll separate country, city, and state, right? So let me just insert, let's just name it country, city, state, right? I'll provide you the link below, right? So that's going to be our prompt 3, okay? So this is the value. Let's go on ChatGPT. Let me just paste this prompt, and you see. So we get formula 1. This is for our H2, right? So this is for country. Let's just paste that formula, right? You get US, right? You double click it, and it's all US, right? That was just our data set. Let's just go for, similarly for our ith column, we go here, right? And we paste this formula. We get LA, it's Bernie. Let's pray for LA. And then you have other other cities, right? Okay, so you saw I did for the first name, last name, I did it for the country, I did it for the city, right? So you can continue ahead and you can do it for the state as well, right? I won't dive deep into it, right? And when you do that, you will get something like this, okay? So you have email ID, geography, country, city, state, you have product category, your product name, sales, quantity, profit, everything. And you just hit Control Save, right? So this is the data set that we have saved. Now, once we have prepared our data, we will now move to Tableau. Okay, so now let's just move on to Tableau, right? So if you have installed Tableau successfully, this is what you will see. Okay? So you see this option, Microsoft Excel, yeah? You click on this and you open it with your file. Okay? So when you select your file, you get something like this. Okay? So this is all your data and everything. And the next step is, please pay attention, you move to sheet 1. Okay, now that you are into sheet 1 already, so you see this category, right? We drag this category to rows, right? And we get all the categories. Now you see, this is all this set, it's not labeled, right? So let's just pull this, okay, and we put it on text. So now we get the sales for every category, right? Now this is in tabular form. Let's just go to show me, and this builds the tree map for it, right? So now we have tree map. Larger the areas, it shows more the sales, right? But now if you notice, we do not have this. If you see I hover my cursor, you see category and sales, but the sales part is not being displayed, right? So we click on sales and we drag it and we push it on label. So now you can see it has product and it also has the number of sales listed onto it. We hit on OK, and this is what is new. Now you go down below, just beside sheet 1, you see it says new worksheet. Let's just click on this one. Okay, so this is now our worksheet 2. So again, what we do is we take product name and we drag it onto rows. Okay, and let's just click on add all members, right? So we want all our members. We take the profit and we push it onto text, right? Now you come on show me and you see this horizontal bars. So we have this horizontal bars, right? Now it shows in a mixed form. We want in a descending order with the highest number of products sold, right? So you see we sort this in descending order, right? Let me just close the show me, and this is what it shows, right? Next what we do is let's just drag the profit. Okay, and now we have the profit label as well, right? Now you see this in product name. Just click on this drop down. Let's click on filter and let's go to top. You see by default it's been clicked by none. Okay, let's just go to by field and it's already entered. You can have top 10 or you can have top 20 as per choice. We'll just go ahead with top 10 and you hit OK, right? So now this will show you your top 10 products, right? If you have places, if you notice you have a missing value, you have 1716 and you see there is no value being shown over here, you have 1644, right? So what you can do is, because the difference might be so small that it's probably not being able to show, right? So you just click on entire view. So now it utilizes your entire screen space and then it's going to show the value for each and every individual bar graph, right? Now before we move on, you see we have written as sheet 2. Let's just rename it, right? So you can rename it to as top 10 products, right? And you hit on OK, right? Now let's just create another sheet, right? This is our sheet 3. Now let's just go on order date. We drag it onto the rows, right? Now you see you have been given years 2011, 12, 13, 14. Right. Let's just go on sales and let's just go on text, right? Now again what we do is we again drag profits, right? And let's just go on show me and we get this graph, right? Now if you see, this graph is very smoothened out because we only have in our x-axis data set 2011, 12, 13 and 14, okay? This doesn't do justice to it, right? We want a more detailed graph, right? So how do we get that? So instead of year, let's just move on towards the week. Right. So we come back here and you see what we can do is year order date, click this drop down and you see it's by default selected on year. Let's go on week number, right? We click week number and now we have a more in-depth detailed graph, right? Next step is let's just move to analysis, right? And let's add trend lines. Okay, show all trend lines, right? So now we have added the trend lines. Let's just rename this, right? What do we rename it as? Trend by week, right? So now we have renamed. So now we have almost reached to this final part of our dashboard making, right? So now what we have to do, we have been creating sheets all along. Now you go on this second one, okay, and we click new dashboard. Now if you see this, it says drop sheets over here, right? But you see it's not occupying all of it. So you just go on size, right? and range, and let's just say automatic, right? So when you click on automatic, it has already filled up the space, right? So let's just drag our sheet 1 and drop it here, and you see it shows you product categories and the one we had created earlier, right? Then we go on sheet 2 and let's just drop our sheet 2, right? So now it shows our top 10 products, right? Now coming out to our final sheet, you drag this sheet and let's just take it down here at the bottom middle, okay? And you see it has dropped it there. Now what we want to do is we want to make it a lot more interactive. So you just click on this and you see this funnel icon, use as filter. You click on this. Similarly, we do for this and we do for this, right? Now that you have clicked all the filter options, right? Let's just say we click on Plantronics, right? It shows us the trend by week for that particular product, and similarly, right? So we can deselect it. Let's say we go on HP LaserJet, right? Then again, it shows us the trend and copy. So this gives you a brief overview. This is the dashboard, right? These are the top 10 products and this is the trend by week, right? So I hope you reached till the very end and I hope you liked this hands-on session. Do give me a like and share, subscribe, right? And do drop in your comments if you have any suggestions, if you want something more. So if this gets a good traction and if there is a good demand, we could go ahead with building more complex dashboards, right? So thank you for watching and I hope this has given you a lot more insights. Feel free to reach out and feel free to reach out and right, like, share, subscribe, comment, do give your feedback, and I hope this was informative session for all of you, right? You can always reach out to me for any help and suggestions. I'm always open to positive criticism. So thanks for everyone who reached till the very end, right? Thank you.